The subject is cardinal attributions of God. Today I will say something about certain cardinal attributions of Ishwar. Attributions which are essential for looking upon him as Ishwar. It is said, Klesh karma vipakashaya paramarist purusha vishesh Ishwara. The entity that remains unassailed, uninfluenced by the cardinal propensities such as klesh, karma, vipak, and ashay is called Ishwar. Otherwise, he may be called as Bhagwan, or we may use some other epithet for him but not Ishwar. What is klesh? There are certain mental propensities. I am saying mental propensities because in this case or in certain cases it has got nothing to do with these nerve fibers or nerve cells. When the pulsations of mental feeling cannot maintain parallelism with the pulsations of expressions of our nerves, then that propensity or those propensities or that controlling propensity is called klishta vritti or klesh. When they maintain that parallelism, it is called or they are called a klishta vritti. Now, in case of Ishvara, the question of maintaining parallelism between mental pulsations and nerve pulsations does not arise because everything of his being is of an internal character. There remains no scope for maintaining any parallelism with anything else, so he is free from all klishta vrittis. In a human being, klesh vritti is caused by avidya. Avidya, that is the cardinal ignorance, is arranged in 5 stages. Those 5 stages are avidya, asmita, rag, dvesh, and avinivesh. These forms of avidya are the causes of the birth of klishta vritti. Avidya, anitya suchi, dukh, natmasu, nitya suchi, sukhatma, khatir vidya. When anitya, asuchi, and dukhatma vritti are treated as nitya, suchi, and sukhatma, it is known as avidya. Everything in this twinkle mental universe is of a transitory nature. But when, due to the influence of this avidya, the cardinal ignorance, one thinks that everything will remain with oneself as it is or as they are, the defective style of thinking is avidya. That is, when that considers the transitory, anitya world to be as permanent, nitya, impure, asuchi to be pure, suchi, worldly pains to be bliss, and the non spiritual, that is the material, to be that supreme, that is avidya. These are different varieties of avidya. It is like a dog chewing a bone. There is nothing in the bone, but while chewing, the dog's lips get cut and bleeding starts. The dog sucks its own blood, taking it to be the juice coming out of the bone. Even though actually the dog is getting hurt, it imagines that it is licking happiness. Such things happen on account of avidya. One regards crude, lifeless, and non living objects as having sparkling souls or spiritual idols. This is all due to avidya. Asmita, drig, darshan, satyur, katma, taiva smita. The second form of avidya is known as asmita. When the motor and sensory organs function, the mind witness. Had there been no witnessing mind, the functions of those sensory and motor organs would have remained unrecognized. Similarly, whatever the mind does, it recognizes due to the presence of the cognitive faculty. Had there been no Atma or cognitive faculty, all mental feelings would have remained unrecognized. But due to the same cardinal ignorance, people think that the mental functions and their witnessing counterparts are the same. This type of ignorance is known as asmita. The function of the eye is to see, but it is due to mind that eyes are able to carry on their functions. The Shakti, power, through which I see is known as darshan. It is on account of the Shakti and the mind that the function of seeing is accomplished. That is why existence of mind is also essential. In this context, mind is termed as Drik Shakti. The function of hand is known as Silp. But nowadays, noted singers are also called Kantha Silpi. No silp can be accomplished by vocal cord. The function of the hand is called Silpana Kriya and that of the feet Charan Kriya. The action is performed by organs but only when mind witness, otherwise not. Functions of organs are substantiated by mind. That is why if organs are to be termed as Karm Shakti, then mind is to be termed as Krit Shakti. In absence of Krit Shakti, Karm cannot be accomplished because of lack of proper knowledge. People consider Krit and Karma to be one and the same, and similarly they enmass Drik and Darshan. Those who do so are ignorant. The avidya which causes such ignorance is asmita. Rag, what is rag? Due to the influence of certain external influences such as books or bad company or any kind of bad association, when one feels weakness for a certain object or moves towards that object without being guided by any reason, or rational support, the avidya that causes such a stage of mind is called rag. Dvesh, the fourth stage of avidya is dves. Dves is due to the influence of certain personal or intellectual support of some other entities. When one feels a sort of repulsion for certain objects without support of any reason or rationality, that particular propensity is called advesh. Abhinivesh, Swaroswahi Vidusohupi Tatha Rusho Avinivesh. The last one and the most dangerous one is Avinivesh. Even the learned persons and the Gyanis, the scholars, know that this is this and that is that, or what is what and which is which. Even knowing everything, they are entrapped by certain propensities. This particular nature of weakness is called Avinivesh. Several times you would see a teacher moving his fingers as if he is using a cane. In classroom he used cane. Now there is no cane in hand, but he is moving his finger in that style. A drunkard knows that drinking is a very bad practice. Even then he cannot give it up. These are all examples of Avinivesh. The vritti is caused by the aforesaid 5 forms of avidya are called klishta vritti. They are mainly praman, vikalpa, nidra, smriti and viparyaya. Praman, pratyaksh, anuman, agam, pramanani. That is, whether one feels through one's senses is pratyaksh and whatever one feels by applying guessing method is anuman. Where there is smoke, one may come to the conclusion that there is fire. This is anuman. Agam is aptavak. But sometimes one knowingly does not adhere to the dictates of the Gospels of aptavak. Viparyaya, mithya gyan, mat drupa pratistham. We use several words which are actually non-existent. But for example, we stay in the heart of Patna town, or That beautiful building is situated in the heart of Patna town. Patna town is something material. Can it have a heart? Heart exists in living bodies. Patna is something purely non-animatic. It is something purely material having no life in it. It cannot have any heart, but it is said that building is situated in the heart of this town. Use of such language in Viparya, sometimes we use language as in the following sloka: Mrig Trishnam Bhashishanatu Khap Krita Sekhara Esha Bandhya Sutajah Shasha Shrunga Dhanarudharah. We do like this due to the ignorance, due to avidya. These are all klishta vrittis. The meaning of this sloka is that after taking bath in the water of mirage, the mirage is in desert. Actually, there is no mirage and there is no water there, and wearing the crown made of kha puspa, the akash kusum, that is the flowers of the sky. There are no flowers in the sky. The boy whose mother is in style lady, a style lady cannot have a child. His bows and arrows are made of the horns of rabbits and hares. Rabbits and hares do not have horns. Vikalp, Sabda Guna Anupati, Vastu Shunyo Vikalpa. Similarly, we sometimes use Vikalp also and we misuse it. For example, you are coming for Ara to Patna. After crossing Fulwadi Sharif, you say that Patna has come. No, Patna has not come. Patna is where it was. It is you who have come near Patna. You say this road goes to Varanasi, but the road does not go. It is you who go. I need not explain Nidra and Smriti. In Klesh, there are all klishta vrittis. Then comes Karma. Karma means change of place. The faculty that affects the change of place is called karma. Now, in case of the Parama Purusha, everything is within. So, the question of change of place or change of space, that is the effect of a special factor, does not arise. So, he is not affected by or assailed by the influence of karma. Vipak means reaction, reactive momenta. Whenever there is an action, there will be equal and opposite reaction, provided that the three rudimental factors of time, place and person, that is a temporal factor, spatial factor and personal factor, remain unchanged. If there is any change in personal, spatial or temporal factor, then reaction won't be equal and opposite. It may be more, it may be less, and you, in case of each and every actional expression, all these three factors will change. So the reaction will never be equal and opposite. Suppose an amount of ₹100 has been borrowed. At the time of repayment, because of change of time factor, and interest will have to be paid along with the principal sum of ₹100. So the sum repaid will be something like ₹105 or 110. A person does something wrong and comes to Baba seeking punishment. Baba will punish just according to the degree of the sin, or a bit more or bit less. Because of change in time factor, the degree of punishment will not be same. This reaction is called vipak in Sanskrit. Whenever there is any action, where the action is dominating, the karma is dominating, the karma is prevailing, the karma is assailing, the karma is influencing, there must be reaction. But in case of Parampurush, there is no such thing. All actions are done within himself, within his macro psychic structure. So in his case, the question of being influenced by a reaction does not arise. Therefore, he is not affected even by vipak. Ashay. Ashay means containing entity. Each and every expression of this universe of ours Each and every entity of this universe requires some Aadhar, that is a container where to remain. No one can remain without an Aadhar, be it an idea, or an action. Aadhar is a must, particularly for a crude or physical body. About 4,000 years ago, the name of Patna town was Kushumpur. At the time of Ashok, it became Patliputra. Thereafter, it was inundated and ravaged by the floods of Ganga and Son rivers. Thereupon, a new establishment, a new town was founded for establishment. Pattan is the word in Sanskrit from Pattan, it's become Patna, and later Patna derives from Pattan and not from Patliputra, as it was too big a name. The town of Patna has got its Ashay. In Patna district is in Patna division. Patna division in Bihar state in India country in Asia. Asia is on the planet Earth. The Earth has several names in Sanskrit, that is Bhu, Bhumi, Dhara, Dharitri, Sarvamsa, Vasumati, Gotra, Ku, Prithvi, Chama, Avani, and Mahi, etc. The asha of this planet Earth is this solar system, and that of this solar system is Paramapurusha. But for Paramapurusha there is no asha. He requires no shelter. So he remains unassailed by the influence of shelters. That is why Klesh Karam Vipaka Shair Paramarishta Purusha Visesha Iswara. The Visesh Purusha, not these Jiva Atmas, but that very Atma, that very particular Atma who remains unassailed by the influence of Klesh Karam Vipak and Asa is known as Ishwara. In the Mughal period, kings at Delhi used to sometimes think that they were Delhiswaras, that they were Jagadishwaras. Often they were forgetting the fact that they were neither Delhiswara nor Jagadishwara, they were ordinary souls.